That's the Cone of Violence. Just for reference, I felt it need explaining. It seems out of place if you don't actually get the reference. There's a podcast called a Life Well Wasted about video game culture, and at Electronic Gaming Monthly in the early 90s, they had something called the Cone of Violence. They'd smash on the ground when they got mad instead of smashing game controllers and stuff to try to prevent destruction of their office. They pretty much destroyed everything that they had and basically destroyed their entire office. So this was kind of like trying to cut down on that, and I've done the same thing, and I've destroyed a bunch of controllers over the years, so I got one of these, and if I get pissed off at a game or life or whatever, I just smash this thing on the ground for a while until I'm not pissed off anymore. It's pretty cool. Anyway, there's that. Everything else should be pretty self-explanatory. Just figured I'd show you the room, because it's pretty unique, and most people, it's kind of hard to explain. I was trying to explain it yesterday, but like this is, these are like things that I found on YouTube a couple of years ago when I first started getting into learning. Like this is Mark LeBlanc's 8 Kinds of Fun. You see, these are the 8 things that he thought made video games fun. And there's something on the top, rules. This is how I used to take notes. I guess it's kind of like notes in class. These are different videos actually, but they're kind of like notes from class. There's my name sign from Hologic. This is a thing I found. It's Delphi. It's a reference to, well, it's obviously a reference to ancient Greece, where they had the temple at Delphi, which is where the oracle was, where they got prophecies. But also it's Pascal, the Pascal IDE, if you know the language Pascal. It was called Delphi, and basically the way they thought about it was, if you want to see the Oracle Pascal, you have to go to Delphi. So you see Delphi. Anyway, so here's some more stuff from another YouTube video, Game Design Tools. So these are some game design tools, and then we got, yeah, this is all pretty self-explanatory anyway. My cat thing, some books on game design, they're pretty important. Blacklight, cat stand, Xbox games, 360 games, Xbox games, Super Nintendo games, wanted Super Nintendo games. Anyway, there's more games on the back. PC games, Switch games, Nintendo 64 games. Yeah, there's Nintendo 64 games on the back and whatever. PlayStation 2 games, PlayStation games, Dreamcast games. I guess I'll show you those in case you're wondering. I don't actually know if you care, but anyway. So these are the games that I was playing. We got Invisible War, Beyond Good and Evil, Fable, Final Fantasy Tactics, Shenmue, Sonic Adventure, and then here's some games. These are Dreamcast games. Suikoden. Oh wait, this is PlayStation. Oh, I was playing this as well. So PlayStation, Suikoden, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII. Oh, and Final Fantasy IX, of course. Final Fantasy IX. Anyway, Final Fantasy IX, and then these are Dreamcast games: Crazy Taxi, Grinch, whatever, Soul Calibur. Web browser, Rayman. And then these are Wii games, GameCube games, PS2. Now there's a shitty copy of Final Fantasy VII. That was my original one, but the disc is so scratched that I had to get another one. Suikoden 2. This is a very rare game, actually, if you know about it. Anyway. Then, of course, Nintendo 64. Then here's my corner of books. There's books over here, a bunch of game design and UX design and game engine architecture, all sorts of cool books over here. And since you like Ender's Game, it's Ender's Game. Orson Scott's cards in Ender's Game. Just for reference, since this video is getting long anyway, there's another book called Speaker for the Dead that I kind of relate to a lot. And you might want to check that one out. It's actually, I probably think that I like that book better than Ender's Game. So I got some Google socks. Google came to visit and saw how shitty my school was, and they were like, we're not hiring anybody from here, because they're all learning shitty computer science instead of software engineering. We got Unity book, Unity in Action. And a bunch of cool books. Warcraft box. This is the Halo Reach box. Obviously Nintendo Switch box. I got this futon over here that I lay and watch TV. Some AC units. Got some duct tape on the wall. Duct tape up there to keep the stink bugs out as much as possible. I got this sweet ass chair. And there's Pokemon Prism. All my awesome shit going on over here. Got a bunch of wires with the amp. Got the stylus for the drawing, stylus pad, keyboard, NES, Genesis, 360 with headphones. No, they're not for the 360. I just keep them there. Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, Super Nintendo with SD2 SNES, which is the flash cart. PS2 CD case that had my dad's CDs in it. Anyway, let's see. This is the original Xbox Halo edition, of course. And we've got GameCube controller, Switch thing that I haven't used since a year ago when I first bought the damn thing, because I use it as a portable console now for playing on the bus when I'm at school. Anyway, these are the table of elements I was talking about. Shit, I hate this thing. Table of elements. So you can see the table of elements, 2017. It's a little bit outdated, but I don't think we've added that many elements in the past year. Oh yeah, the lava lamps, obviously the lava lamps. We got lava lamps. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you this. I don't know if I showed you this already. Anyway, this is the main thing going on over here. This is my swag thing. There's me. Me with a light. I fucking hate this light, by the way. I can cover it up like this. There you go. There's me with a light. Hi. Anyway, so yeah, this is the collectible area. So we've got the Reach statue. We've got this R2-D2 thing that I found at a pawn shop. It's pretty cool. We got this thing that was at mine as a kid. Dad's business cards. We've got this thing that my mom made. By the way, all the art in this room was made by my family members. So this was drawn or painted by my grandpa. Oh, except for this. This is a... I just got this off of a card because I thought it looked cool and I wanted something to put in the room. This is made by my dad. And this was made by my dad. This is made by somebody else, probably my uncle. Obviously, that's my dad. This is my dad as well, and also my dad's. And this is the Android poster I was talking about. I already have that on there. Here's my sick cat. Hey, cat. You still alive? Yeah, you're a good cat. Yeah. I don't know what happened to him. He's pretty fucking sick. These are my whiteboards that I was talking about as well. See, they're pretty sweet. Like, I've got stuff like over here, like Shin Megami Tensei If, translation by Eon Genesis. So, like, I look, anytime I'm sitting in this chair and I, like, glance over here, I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta look at that. I gotta check this translation out, because this is taken them 20 years and we can finally play this game in English. Some various things, like I've got to complete my loan exit interview by November 5th, or 15th, or I'm gonna be fucked. Get some car insurance. There's some books, Euripides and Homer are authors, technically. Oh, I gotta buy water bottle caps, and yeah, various things like this. This is Kata. Oh, I can actually scratch this one off. Pretty cool. Anyway, this is my atomizer. You have one of those, so you know what that is. Some statues. This is the Google Android thing. Shit. Google Android. Hey, there he goes. He's walking around. Got Halo figurines, rocks, Scorpion. This thing, the lizard, Sandshrew from Pokemon. Also my dad's thing. My uncle stole the other one. My uncle stole the actual painting. Still trying to get that back. Anyway, Minius Tirith from Lord of the Rings, just a human figure to remind us that we're not anything more than the sum of our parts, and yet we are more than the sum of our parts, depending on who you ask and how you think about things. I guess the thing is that the difference between this and this is almost nothing. That's just to remind you that, like, there's no difference between a human and a cat, really. So humans should not be assholes to animals, and also should be, like, mindful of what we are and what we are not. We are not like the masters of the universe. We are just a cat. Anyway, So, this is a gator head. This is a sweet little Statue of Liberty in New York thing. Candle. These are my supplements and nootropics that I take every day. Twice a day, I guess. Fish oil, and I guess I can show you this. Alcar, whatever. This is all my supplement shit. Minerals. Sonic the Hedgehog. Humidity and temperature gauge. Dehumidifier. Light. Lava lamp. Anyway, that's just kind of like this. Now this is Pokemon Prism. Oh yeah, and this, of course, design patterns. You ever brain on design patterns? So this is a poster that I saw at Hologic somebody had, and it's really fucking cool. It's a pattern on design patterns, which is something that software engineers use to like think about things. So there's, you know, these patterns here. These are just like, these are basically ways of doing things. Like when we were programming yesterday, Sunday, whatever day Sunday was, I was talking about anti-patterns. So like that way that I was trying to do enums, it was like an anti-pattern. It's really confusing, but basically anti-patterns and patterns, see, like, anti-patterns. Oh, annihilating evil with anti-patterns. So you can just look at here and say, hi, these are anti-patterns. Just like a design pattern, an anti-pattern has a name, and we can create a shared vocabulary. Golden hammer, choose technologies for their development. Anyway, these are anti-patterns. You can read that if you really care. You can make a screenshot. Gang of Four, these guys invented the original design patterns back in the 80s, I think. I actually have their book. Right here. This is from another book, but this is the original book. Oh shit. Anyway, this is design patterns. Elements of reusable or object-oriented software. Eric Gamma, Richard Helm, Ralph Johnson, and John Vlistidis. Anyway, these are the Gang of Four. They're called the Gang of Four. And they are just like, these are the OG guys. These guys just made those patterns, and they're like, fuck it. You gotta use the shit or you're gonna make terrible software. So that's where we got that from. Shit. This is all going to shit now. But anyway, that's kind of what that is. It's pretty awesome. These design patterns basically make it so that you can make software that other people can understand, and also that's basically good, well designed, as the name implies. It makes the process less awful. So you're not reinventing the wheel all the time, right? So like, what's one that you would know? Let's see. Adapter? No, probably not. Iterator. So iterator. Here we go. Iterator. So the iterator pattern is so good and so common and useful that it's actually been implemented in pretty much every programming language now. So like you could say .next. So .next works for an array list or an array in this case. So like C++ is actually doing this now, right? And actually most languages, like under the hood at least, right? You don't say for I in range length array, array at I. You just say array.next in C++ now, or any language really. Anyway, so that's that. This is MVC. This is another one that's really common. You probably haven't heard of this, but this is like all web development and most app development now is doing this. So like you have the view, the controller, and the observer, the model. So like we were doing this yesterday with the game dev. So we've got this model right here, right? This is what we were doing with the data, right? So we wrote that card JSON YAML file, and that's the model. So then our controller, or the model is going to be read by the controller. The controller is going to update the view, and then the view is going to update the controller, and that's going to update the model. And these weird, you see this, it's got a graph there. You just read the graph. There you go. The factory, this is for creating things. Anyway, I'm not going to explain all that because this video is already too long. I just wanted to show you what's going on here. Like, oh shit, by the way, this is a sweet-ass SCART adapter. This is custom made in the Ukraine. It cost $200, but it's pretty fucking sweet. This is the best SCART adapter in existence at the moment. And of course, here's a VGA to SCART adapter for the Dreamcast. We've got this Dreamcast going into there and there and there. Here's the XRGB upscaler. Upscaling this shit to here. Anyway, this is just random assorted stuff. I just wanted to show you my room because It's kind of hard to explain, and it's pretty cool, I think. It's definitely unique, and yeah. We were talking about this yesterday. I figured the best way to do it is just to explain it. Anyway, there's this Pokemon game. I also kind of want to explain this, so I'm just going to show you a video of this. This is Pokemon Prism. So, I've got this sweet-ass character, and I'm just running around. I can hold B. Well, if I can hold B. You know what? Yeah, you can just see. Anyway, this is the game. I've got Larvitar. Larvitar is my starting character, which that is the starting character. It's got cool stuff like running. You can run. It's got a map. You see that calendar? It's got the time. So like it's dark right now in the world, in my life, in the real world, and it's also dark in this game. And it also has the date and time, of course. Yeah, I haven't actually explored this yet, but there's mining levels. You can do mining, smelting, jeweling, crafting. I'm not even sure what that is about. You can become a Pokemon. Like I can become, at the very beginning, I became Larvitar and went around and did some stuff for a while just with Larvitar, no trainer. It's got this little pop-up. Anyway, this is really cool. You can check it out. Anyway, yeah, that was kind of the tour of my room. So you can see what's going on, since you'll probably never actually come here. Anyway, yeah. Later.